the coffee shop. I forgot the name of it because we don't have one where I'm at or where I grew up at or here. I hadn't seen it. But it was something like a coffee shop, like a Dunkin' Donuts or Shipley's Donuts or a Krispy Kreme where you get maybe like pastries or collages or the coffee breakfast place. Welcome. Please like, subscribe, and share. This is my son Goddess. Support my yacht simple. We are no longer trying to be a 501c. We're going to stay a grassroots organization and do it like we've been doing it for several decades. We have decided not to be a 501c any longer or register ourselves as such. We are just going to stay grassroots. We want to stay in alignment with our mission statement. And I don't want to have to, deal with organizations that don't align with my missions, with the missions of my yacht temple. So we are just not going to do the 501c thing anymore. We're just going to stay a grassroots organizations like we've been being, where we're aligning with our mission statement. We don't want to align with organizations and systems that are not in alignment with what we're doing. So we're just going to stay a grassroots organization, my yacht simple of healing and unconditional love. So yeah, I want to talk about Anita Ann Grayson. May she rest in power. May she rest in peace. Condolences to her family, um, and her friends and loved ones. And she was a very beautiful. This is a very beautiful elder. She's very pretty. One of our indigenous elders. Ancient 75 years. I don't know what. I don't know what. I need to look. She reminds me of the people, those people that moved from Indiana that I worked for. There was some good melanated people. They were, very very beautiful lady too. I don't know what tribe she's from, but I know she's from. I need to look up that tribe in Indiana because those melanated people are the original tribes anyway. You can tell she's a indigenous, melanated. I'm sure she's, I don't know what tribe, Choctaw or, because the melanated people are the original tribes of those lands. So she was very pretty. And if somebody said something about a wig, that was that lady natural hair. She didn't have no wig on. That's that lady natural hair. Don't even look like she had no chemical. Look like she pressed her hair out or whatever, or blowed it out natural. Beautiful older lady. I want to get into it and get my opinion from my experiences because I have worked with it. I was raised by um basically raised by old people, by my grandmother and stuff like that. I was basically raised by my grandmother, and I've worked with it in geriatrics. I worked in every field of the medical field, but I have really specialized in working with even in the psych ward and working with the Alzheimer's patients and stuff like that. Working with the elders, greetings, working with the elderly people. And I have worked with some disgruntled elderly people, even people dealt with people in my family that I'd be like, oh, if I could do this to this mug and this, but I've never in my years of being here, and I've been here for a while. I ain't no spring chicken. I've been here for a while, and they taught our generation. Our generation was taught, um, respect your elders, and you don't supposed to, disrespect them and this and that. You don't supposed to be disrespected. We had some good old people. We did. We had some good elders. I'm not even gonna knock it. We had some lost. We experienced the, what you call it, the lost generation or whatever. There was some good elders in that, but it was also some that were bitter and mean and ill, and whatever reason they were like that. Well, I don't know, because they went through a lot. They went through a lot, and I ain't saying it's an excuse for them to act like they do, because some of them just, have done a lot of stuff, but at the same time, our generation, we were taught a lot of respect, and they was out of pocket sometimes. But even me working in the medical profession, I've been in a situation where my hair has been pulled out, and I'm a lover, but I'm also a fighter. I'm a person that had, when I was growing up, I had to fight sometimes to protect myself, and a lot of times in the neighborhoods where I went, I grew up with boys and stuff, so sometimes we had to fight to show that we was not nothing to be pushed around. You know, we had to fight, but we was fighting our peers and stuff like that. I won't never want to fight no elders and stuff like that. Even though they got on my nerves, and I've been through stuff with the elders, but I ain't never put my hands on no elder person. But I ain't gonna sit here and tell you that I ain't talk no shit, and I ain't said no cuss words now. I ain't gonna tell you. I tell them to back up. You know what I'm saying? Because some of them, you know, have been, like I said, they have been a trip. Some of them elders, but I can say, I can stand here and say that I ain't never put my hands on none of them old people that I work with that was like, you know, very mentally ill and stuff like that. I work with psych patients, and I work with Alzheimer's patients, and sometimes they get hostile and stuff like that. Even my family members, I've had elderly family members that if I didn't kick their ass, then I know daggone well. Cause I'm a person, like I said, I'm a lover. But I used to have a fight when I was a child growing up with boys, and even some of the girls would try to jump you and stuff. So I will fight now if I have to, but I ain't never fought no old person. I ain't never jumped on them, and I ain't even gonna say some of them deserved. I ain't even gonna say that I could have. I could have done it and probably could have got away with it in some of the situations I was in. But just because you can do something, should you do it? Should you do something just because you can do something? And I'm not here to sit up here and say, well, you know, the old lady, Mrs. Anita Ann Grayson. I'm not saying she was innocent, and I'm not saying that she was perfect. I'm not here to be on some. Oh my God, you know, we got to worship. We do suppose we don't have enough. It's some elders that's something to deal with. It's some elders in our society. But honey, I done dealt with all races, and I don't appreciate these people up here talking about some big mama this and big mama. Listen, I done dealt with some assholes that was Indian and elderly, that was Caucasian and elderly. I done dealt with all colors. It's older people, younger people, people from America. All I done dealt with some disgruntled people of all out in public, working in the medical field. I done dealt with bitter, mean, angry people. You don't know why they're angry, but at the same time, from my observation of this video, it looked like the lady went through the drive-through, and it looked like she was unsatisfied with her order. Right now, I couldn't hear the video. Now, I've worked. Not only have I worked with the medical profession, I worked in the restaurants and all of that too. I was a server before I got in the medical field, and I've also worked as a server. I worked as a cashier. I worked as a cook. I've worked in customer service. I've even worked in the church serving food to church people. Worked and I catered and all that. You know, recently catered or whatever. I had my own catering thing where I catered and all that too. So I've worked with the customer service thing. And what we was always taught, now I'm just saying, what they always taught us is the customer is always right. They even teach you how to de-escalate. Like, I don't think they teach that now. And when we're dealing with the certain generations, I think the Gen X is totally different when it comes to the older people, the generation the Generation Z. The Gen Zs are not the same as the Generation X generation with the baby boomers. The Generation X took a lot. They were a little more respectful of the elders and stuff like that. The Generation X was more respectful. You know, they respected their elders, and the elders could get away with a little more stuff with the Generation X. With this millennials, the millennials be wanting to do something. They do. Lord, the millennials wanted to act up, but I don't think the millennials did as much as this Gen Z is doing. Gen Z don't respect no elders. They don't really have communication intelligence. They don't really they barely know how. A lot of them they just be in front of a computer, and they on TikTok trying to do what they see people do. It's like you dealing with a totally different generation that don't have empathy or none of that. And I've observed that with a lot of these Gen Z generation, they don't have the capacity to think and have emotional intelligence and empathy and things like that. It's a totally different generation, and they will fight the elders. That Generation Z, I've dealt with a lot of. I deal with the Generation Z. Generation Z. I've even told some of the Generation Z, They got offended when I told them some of the Generation Z that's in my family. I was like, I got a taser for you, cause I'm not gonna be fighting I'm not gonna be fighting y'all. So I got a taser for you, and they was offended at me and that. Cause I'm like, I'm not fighting. I know they don't really can't have no respect because they wasn't taught that. It's a whole different generation. You dealing with a generation that's into computers. They don't have the empathy and stuff like that. So you're not dealing with the same generation. And our generation did take a lot off of those older people. We did. We took a lot of abuse and we took a lot of the negative talk and all this and that. We took I'm not even gonna. I'm not up here to sit here and put nobody on no pedestal. But at the same time, I don't think nobody should have lost their life over no cup of coffee and no collage and no damn donut. I mean, because I've been in some difficult situations with some disgruntled older people. I've been in situations where, in my medical profession where I've actually been I've actually been assaulted or whatever. Now, if I would have just snapped off and beat the hell out of them, then I would have, lost my license or whatever. But at the same time, is it okay for you just because you can do something? Is it okay to do it? Like, I didn't hear the video, but I think that they got too close to that lady, in my opinion. And if you look at the law, when you walk up to somebody, that's assault. When you walking up to them, that's an assault. And when you even touch them, you don't have to. I don't think people know the law. You need to look up assault and battery. You don't have to touch nobody to assault them. When you walk up to them too close and you get in their personal space, that's an assault. I was raised like this. If you get too close to me, if I already know we into a some kind of type of talking dispute, like if I'm at a store and if the cashier comes up, walks up and get too close to my personal space, that's already legally an assault. If they touch you, that's a battery. I'm very funny like that. When you get in my personal space, I'm ready to protect myself. So I would think that being a police precinct, they would know that if they looked at that video, it's assault. They know this. It's assault already when somebody walks towards you. I wouldn't have got. I'm not saying that lady had a right to do anything, but they didn't have a right to get that close to that customer. That was too close. That they should have been away and walked to the back and locked the door and called the police or something. You don't get that close to that. You do not get that close to nobody. You don't know what people have on them. You don't know most people now got weapons. You don't even get that close. I'm not gonna get that close to no. I'm not gonna get that close to no patient. I'm not gonna get that close to no disgruntled patient, no customer, or nothing. I'm not getting that close. And if anything, from a distance, I'm not gonna be pointing and telling them to get out if I got their order wrong. You got to leave right now. I would be like, ma'am, I don't know what was said, but it didn't look like they said anything about can I remake your order or do you want your money back? Now, after I would have said, can I remake your order? Do you want your money back? And she wanted to still come behind that bar, I would have went in the back and called the police. Cause I'm not gonna sit there and get close to nobody, and I'm protecting myself. She shouldn't even have got in between that girl. She should have told that girl to walk away right now. She should have told her go to the back. And then when the old lady was trying to get close to her, she should have went to the back. It was not a situation where I'm saying the old lady was in the right. None of them was in the right, but they didn't handle they did I don't think they just escalated that. I don't think that they should have got that close up on that old lady anyway. And I don't know what they said to her. But to me, in my opinion, she walked in and looked like she was calm. And I've been in situations where I have been at the store and I have had uh cashiers to just be like nasty. And I'm like, I know you're not talking to me like that. I'm gonna tell you, like, and I'm a very nice, mannerly person. I don't just go out looking for trouble. And I'm like, I know you didn't just say that to me. People can actually provoke you to really get hostile with them. I mean, they do it all the time. They do it all the time. I have been in situations where I'm not fighting. Number one, I'm not. I'm gonna live to see another. I know how to fight, but I'm not even gonna fight you. I'm not even gonna fight you, baby. I'm not gonna fight you. I'm gonna let you come. I'm gonna let you swing on me first. Number one. But that I don't know what they said, but it looked like they was not trying to de-escalate that situation. It was no reason for that lady to get jumped on. They should have went to the back. They shouldn't even have got that close up on that lady talk. You don't get that close up on no disgruntled customer talking shit and telling somebody to leave, and then you got their order wrong. Get them their money back. Get them their coupon. Give them a coupon or something from a distance. You don't, and I know that that's the Generation Z because that person was 20 years old, but it's gonna be a situation like you really have to be careful because if that was some people grandmother, it don't matter what wrong she did, they gonna get you. They gonna get you or your family member. Like you can put yourself and your family. That's not an easy situation because you never know who that old lady connected to. You never know if that was my grandmama. I wouldn't give a damn what wrong she was doing. If that was me, if that was my Sadie Mae, if that was my Sadie Mae, baby, my grandmother, it's no wrong. My grandmama is a beautiful, sweet, loving lady, but my grandmama can get a little rough around the edges too because of this. You know, they old with the stuff she made. She rest in power. My grandmother, she been gone. You know, we took care of her. She didn't have to go to no nursing home and none of that. But if that was my grandmother, me, the way I am, me, oh, I would be done did what I needed to do when I would turn myself in. Yeah, I'm crashing out for mine. Like, I don't care. You're not gonna get away with something like that. Like me, I'm gonna go ahead and do what I gotta do. I'm gonna make you feel it. And then I'm gonna go down there and tell them I'm right here. You ain't gotta run. I'm not running from you. Here I am. Take me, baby. Take me, baby. I'm gonna go in there, lay down, and eat 3 meals a day. That's why you got to be careful. You is working at a donut shop making minimum wage. I had to think about that on certain jobs. I be like, is this really worth me laying down for? And is this really worth that? Because when you fighting somebody and stuff like that, you got to think about it. Now it's different to hit a mug, but most of the time when you hit somebody, that's gonna break out a fight. I be telling people this here. I was like, when you fighting, somebody could fall down and hit their head and die. People can die from a fight. A younger person can die from a fight. It ain't just got to be no. Now that lady, yeah, she had heart issues, and she was 75 years old with her pretty, beautiful self. She remind me of some of my family members, and she remind me of the people from Indiana that started a business out where this company I used to work. There was some good melanated people. Good melanated people. They used to give me my check before it was time for me to get paid. I used to get an advance on it or whatever. They was from Indiana. It's a lot of racism in Indiana. And I ain't even saying I ain't even putting this on no color thing. I'm just saying I don't see how they couldn't see that when you walk. The police notice unless they inbreds or slow or stupid. When you go and confront somebody and walk towards them, that's already assault. They know this. If I walk toward if me and you already having a dispute and I walk towards you and get in your personal space, I already done assaulted you. You can defend yourself just from that, from me coming towards you. I've already done put you in fear of me attacking you. That's already an assault. Now this you can look this up. If I touch you, it ain't even got to be a push or if I even put my finger on you, that's assault. You know how when a policeman is charging you with assaulting a public officer, a lot of times it's not because you fought the police. It's because you fucking touched them. They charge they charge people with assault on a public official, not because you fought them. They look at it as an assault when you actually acting like you gonna do something. They already charge you with an assault. Notice that when people get charged with assault of a public official, they don't gotta necessarily fight them. All they gotta do is rear up and get into police space. And even if you try to, you get resistant from even trying to keep them from putting handcuffs on you. They'll throw an assault on you. And the assault is the fact of you acted like in a space that you was going to do something. You don't necessarily have to touch them. That's assault, battery, and resisting a public officer. That's the same thing with a person. If somebody's walking towards you like they're going to do something, that's assault already. If they even put a finger on you, they ain't got to hit you. That's a battery. And this is in law. The people need to know the laws. So I really believe a lawyer can challenge that. because they shouldn't have been that close to that lady. And why in the hell we ain't in high school? You know, that's the Gen Z though. They think like that. They don't have they don't. And we, you know, we have, I guess that generation or whatever, I guess we failed the millennials and the millennials failed the Gen Z because they don't have empathy and they don't have emotional intelligence and stuff like that from looking at the TikToks and doing the challenges and being on the video games and all the stuff that they look at on the internet. They don't have the capacity to be able to think and reason and know that, okay, just because I can, should I? You know what I'm saying? That didn't even look right. I don't work in the restaurant business before I went into the medical profession. When it get in between, I'm not getting in between no old lady and no fucking. I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna pull that bitch away and be like, look, if I'm a manager, come on to the back, go on back there, just go, just go. And when I see her coming towards me, I'm like, man, what do you want me to do? Please, I'm a de-escalate. I ain't trying to be no go viral. Cause that's all that a lot of them think. Them Gen Zs. I'm saying the old lady won't in the right perfectly, but at the same time, that shit shouldn't have went to that level over no donut and no cup of coffee. And I done been in some dire situations with elderly people, and I done had a right. I probably could have got away with it. I ain't never be. I ain't never got punched by no like that. Now I've got hit by old people that were my mother or whatever. But I'm saying I ain't never been in those situations. I done been in some rough situations at the hospitals, at restaurants, and the food industry and all that. I ain't just cause you can do something that it don't mean you should. I don't think that a DS. I think that that situation was wrong on both ends because they shouldn't have never got that close and running up on. I don't know. You can say some stuff to people that really. If you already done got my order wrong, you already done got my order. You already done got my order wrong. I go in there to try to get it right, and you talking shit. You gonna talk shit to me? Well, no, I don't had that happen to me at a supermarket. And see, I'm not fighting nobody. I'm not gonna fight. I'm not gonna fight you because when you coming towards me already and getting in my personal space, I'm already like that. Like they can say what they want to. I'm doing my damn body stance. And I'm not fighting because you can fall down and bump your head. I'd rather be judged by 12 than to be carried by 600. I'm not fighting no motherfucker. Nope. Cause you can hit your head. You can hit your head on a cement. I was in an experience where I wasn't even in the wrong. This was years ago or whatever. I wasn't even in the wrong or whatever, and I was set up. And I'm if I would have had my thing, mostly I had my weapons with me, but I didn't. It was women. I didn't that day, but if I had it with me, I will never slip like that again. They would have been gone. They would have been gone because I'm not fighting. I'm not, and I'm in the right, and you swinging on. You coming to my residence, and you gonna swing on me, or you coming in my space, and you gonna swing on me. And then if you coming in somebody's space, they gonna. I mean, that's how. If you in somebody's space and you running up on them, that means you want to do something. Ain't no telling what you saying to them. I want to hear the video. Why we can't hear what was said? Cause that's gonna let me know. People like, oh, that old lady swung. That lady done. They touched her before she touched them. I don't know what they said to that lady in the drive-through. It was not right. No, but it was not right for them to run up on that old lady like that either. So, in my opinion, that cashier, whatever that Gen Z did not have no right to beat that lady down like that. Come on now. You know damn well if you gonna beat an old motherfucker down like that at this age, they gonna die. They gonna die. If not hit their head or something. Yeah, I mean they people gonna say, yeah, she had a nah, just cause you feel like you got the right to do something don't mean you should do it. Just cause you can get away with something don't mean it's right. I mean, what is your intentions like? Could you have handled that situation better? Could you have de-escalated that shit? When you sit in the mirror, when you look in the mirror and you sit there and sit with yourself, could you have done you without being gaslit by the internet? Because a lot of these people, not just the Gen Z, but a lot of these people, like a lot of these people around here, being gaslit by their subscribers, being gaslit by the internet, being gaslit by people telling them that they right. But when you sit to yourself, when you really look in the mirror, when you really are alone, it's gonna come. The truth gonna come to the light. Could you have really handled that situation a different way? Could you de-escalated that situation better? Did you really have to do that? Like, really? Like, yeah, you didn't. You shouldn't have been hit, but should you have been in a situation where you was going all in for a donut and a cup of coffee, where you got to get in that old lady face like that? Anyway, like, I'm not running up on no customer like that. I'm not running up on no. I'm keeping. I know I have enough skill in combat and in battling and choosing my battles to not be that close to nobody. I'm not gonna get that close in your face and get in between. Get what I'm getting in between at a donut over a donut. Why I'm gonna get in between them two? This some high school shit. Tell that no, I'm not getting in between none. Go in the back. Just go in the back right now or clock out. It's gonna be one or the other. Go in the back or clock out. I am not getting in between this grown up customer and no 17-year-old employee. That's one thing. And I'm gonna do all I can to say, listen, do you want a free donut? Do you want me to fix your fucking coffee again? And I can be an asshole when I want to. Do you want a free donut, coffee? You want a coupon? Do you want your money back? I'm gonna get you the hell out of my bit. I'm gonna get you the hell out of there. I'm gonna get you the hell out of there one way or the other. Do you want 2 cups of coffee? Do you want a 2 galoshes? What? What do you want? What's gonna make you happy? We apologize, blah, blah, blah. And it looked like she was going there. I ain't saying she was all in the right, but that was not right the way they ran up on that lady. That lady should not be passed away. No, she probably shouldn't have punched that 20-year-old, because that's a Gen Z. They not going now. She probably shouldn't have did that. But they probably shouldn't have ran up on that old lady and handled her like that either. Cause I mean, damn, what she gonna punch you after you tell her you gonna give her a refund? Or ain't nobody gonna punch nobody after they say, listen, do you want your money back and do you want me to fix you some more food? I know I can be an asshole. I'm not gonna be ready to punch nobody when they say, look, man, I got your order wrong. What do you like? Would you like a refund, or would you like your refund, or would you like another cup of coffee? Come on. Who I want to hear what was said. I'm just saying nobody was in the right, but it shouldn't have went that far when nobody being buried. And I've worked with some asshole old people. I got asshole old people in my family. And to this day, I can say I ain't never beat their ass, and they might have deserved to get their ass beat. I ain't never did that. I might talk that talk and cuss them out now. I might be like, you better back up and move away. Walk, leave me alone. I ain't you're not about to sit here and do nothing to me. I'm grown now. I'm not no little kid that you can beat up on. Got me effed up. But I can sit here and say that I ain't never beat the hell out of no old person. That's that. That's that Gen Z. I ain't saying they are, but they not. They wasn't. They not like our generation where we respected our elders and took a lot off our elders and stuff like that. So y'all elders, y'all got to be careful too, cause y'all can't just y'all walking around here. I mean, shit. The older I get, I feel like the more weapons I need. Oh, y'all more comfortable than me, and I still got my fight game, and I'm not. I ain't walking around that damn comfortable. That old lady, when she went in that restaurant, she should have had her thing on her. I don't know, you know what I'm saying? A lot of times when these people into these religions, I guess they believe that Jesus is sitting on their shoulder and he gonna fight they battle. Nah, look, okay, Jesus, you can help me, but I'm gonna protect myself. I'm not saying you just walk around looking for trouble, but honey, if that 17-year-old, if she went in that restaurant and that 17-year-old looked kind of big, I don't know whether that was a girl, look like a girl. Well, if she want to run up on her after she done said, look, can you fix my order? And they want to push on her, that's an assault. She can pew pew down. She could have pew pew down. Hell yeah, damn right. You not look, you must want your mama to wear a black dress if you sitting there gonna run up on somebody because they said they don't like what they got for their order. Come on. I don't care who you is. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Don't be out here unaware. Cause motherfuckers ain't got the damn respect or and gonna, you don't know where their mindset is. They on these pills and parasites done took them over. You cannot you got to be careful with this generation. I don't be playing like I don't mess with nobody. I don't go nowhere looking for trouble. You know what I'm saying? I am not, but when you bring it, I'm right here. You gonna fuck with me? I'm right here. I was in a store and this cashier done said some old slip after the register took my money. The register took my money, but the machine was saying that I didn't pay for it, right? But I know on my credit card it said that it had been taken. It had been taken, and she gonna say some old smart like it's my fault. I was like, it's not my fault. It's your machine. It's your machine. So don't blame me. It's nothing that I did. So she gonna get smart. You know what I said? I said, manager, you better get away from me. You better get away from me, cause I'm not gonna be talked to. People will say some old stupid shit. These NPCs will say some old provocative type stuff. And I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I'm a lover. And like I said, as a teenager and stuff like that, and little kid, I grew up with a lot of boys and stuff. I'm a lover, not a fighter, but you can't fight people these days. Cause you know what I'm saying? Most people now, they got weapons and stuff like that. Like, and if you a certain age, you gotta be out here protected by spiritual protection and physical protection and all that. You know what I'm saying? You can't be out here unprotected and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Just because you believe in God heaven, you still need to be protected. And if somebody swing on you and shit, and you if somebody swinging on you and stuff like that, yeah, hell, what? Shit. No. No, It's no reason. It's no reason why that old lady should have been beat the hell out of. It's no reason why it should have went down like that over no donut and no coffee. And it's no re. It's no. If she went in there and wanted to smoke like that, that old lady. Well, I don't think that old lady. I might be. I don't think she was trying to fight. I think she just wanted her order. And I'm not saying she completely innocent, but the way they ran up on her, I would have been like, okay, well, what is your what's your what's the man? I would have reported it. Yeah, I would have reported that, but I would have reported it so much and got me so much free coffee, and I would have told them, you better get her out of there. You better get them out of there. But I mean, I have went in restaurants because my order won't right, and most of the time, they'll go ahead and refix your order. Sometimes they'll get smart, and you gotta report them. But I ain't gonna be talking all, you know what I'm saying? I know Gen Z. I deal with Gen Z. I deal with Gen Z. They want to go viral, a lot of them and stuff like that. And I'm not gonna put my hands on them. Hell no. I'm gonna let a motherfucker put their hands on me first. I mean, not put their hand, but I'm gonna let them swing on me first. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not. Yeah, I'm not. No, I'll use my mouth as a weapon. I'm not. No, I mean, I'm gonna use my mouth as a weapon before I swing, because I know once you swing, then a lot of times they feel like they get them the right, but you don't run up on nobody and get close. When you walk up on somebody too close, they was too close to that old lady. I mean, if that was me and they up it on me like that, I'd have been like, hold up, back up a second, like, hold up, I just want to get my order right or whatever. Just give me my money back. But if they still coming at me, then after I done backed up, they running up, they swing. Oh, it's on in. I'm in the right, bitch. You son shit. Okay. I'm not fighting. I ain't old. I still got my fight. I'm not fighting nobody over no. I'm not fighting over no. Oh no, not over no fool. I'm not gonna be done fell down, and I'll be thinking like I might hit my head on one of these goddamn tables. It's best for me to be judged by 12 than to be carried by 6. There's shit like that happen. Shit like that happen. It's just a bad situation all the way around. I'm not saying that and nobody's that the old lady was innocent. I'm not saying that the 20-year-old and the 17. It's just that, and I know that the generation, what is it, Z, don't have the capacity to think like that and wait things out and try to de-escalate, because everybody is I don't know what's going on, but damn, get a motherfucker. I'm thinking like get a motherfucker the money back and a free coffee or so. I don't know. I'm just saying it shouldn't have went this far. If that was my grandmother, honey, it don't matter what she did wrong. Y'all better watch out for y'all. If that was my grandmama, I wouldn't give a fuck if my grandmama was in the wrong, baby. I'm going to crash out. I'm crashing out on you and your grandmama. Okay, that's what you got to be careful. That's what you got to think about. Like when you doing stuff and messing with people, like it's not worth it. Like, even if that's a, you said like, this a old black bitch, this a old white bitch. I was in the store and this lady was like fucking with me, and I was like, that lady don't even know. I was like, lady, you better get the fuck on, cause you know what, you better get the fuck, cause I ain't the one. I ain't had my medicine yet. You better get the fuck on, leave me alone, okay? You better leave me alone, cause it ain't gonna turn out like you think. Just messing with people, like, if you know you got somebody order wrong, then don't be talking no shit to them. They don't spend their money. I done had that happen to me. Well, I done spent my hard earned money, and you want to talk shit to me about my food? You want to talk shit to me about my food, and I have spent my money, and I'm a customer, and I grew up in an area where the customer is always right, and I'm not no asshole. And I used to be real picky. That's why I cook my food, because I'm picky about, I'm a chef. I'm real picky about my food anyway. But at the same time, I don't be giving these people no hard time, because they ain't making no money. They already ain't no telling what they got going on when they get off the job. They mind ain't right. So I really think about that aspect too. Like, these motherfuckers, they don't want to be working here. They already don't like their job, don't like their life. They already mad. So I take that into consideration too when I'm going in these establishments, telling these people, look, I don't have this here. You forgot I'm very try to be very, but some days you just, so I mean, she probably don't went. I know it was a customer that be ordering food all the time from this one particular restaurant. She said the food is good, but they always forget her stuff. So think about it. What if it's a day where she been going along and she really like that coffee or whatever, but that particular day she like, they can't never get my motherfucking order right. I'm going in here and tell them about it today. I'm pretty sure that she don't go in there all the time, and I bet they can't find her on camera. She got tired and went in there that day, and it just went down. And I don't think it should have been handled like that. Like, why are you arguing with a customer anyway? Why? I know it's the Gen Z. I know they don't have the empathy and the, you know, they're not gonna take nothing off of no older people. They don't care what age it is. They're not taking nothing off no old people. They like, everybody can get it. That's how they think. But at the same time, was it this serious where the lady needed to have foot and hands? She had that girl hair though. I seen it. She got her piece of that hair. She was gonna put. That said she had that hair, but that's terrible. It's wrong on both ends, man. It's just wrong. I'm de-escalating if possible. I mean, if you want to keep fucking with me, then um, I'm gonna have to see you off the job. Like, I'm gonna have to handle that off the job. If you want to be this crazy white female or crazy black female or male or man stalking and all that, I'm gonna have to handle you otherwise. But I'm not doing all that on my place of employment. We could meet after the job or something like that. I'm not gonna fight nobody on no job. We ain't. We want. We be like, listen. Come back later on when I get off. That's how our generation. We was like, look, I ain't gonna mess it. Even though I don't like this job, this a piece of shit, but it's my little change right now. Let Come back later on, and I understand that she shouldn't even have been that close for that lady to swing. She shouldn't even been that close for that lady to swing on her. So I'm just saying it was wrong on both ends. It's just, it shouldn't be, and it's sad people thinking something about that lady deserved what she got. No, she didn't. No, she didn't. She didn't deserve that. That's just too far, in my opinion. From the situations I've experienced with the elderly people and my observation of that video, that shit went too far. It don't look like they know how to de-escalate. They didn't de-escalate that situation. I mean, how mad somebody gonna get if you offer them their money back, a refund, or to remake their order? I'm just saying, is it okay because you can do it and because people telling you you right? Is it really, is it gonna make it right spiritually? Is it gonna be when you examine your heart, your motives, and your intent? Cause I'm telling you, that could have been my grandmama, and she could have been in the wrong, baby. I'ma handle myself. I'ma handle my stuff. And everybody ain't scared of getting out of everybody ain't scared of getting out of here. Everybody ain't scared of going to jail. Some people about their life, okay? And when they love and when it's about their people like that, they gonna make you feel it. I'm telling you. Couldn't be my I don't give a damn what, it couldn't be my damn grandma. Now it's some people that I'd be like, yeah, they that motherfucker was. But still though, at a fast food, all these racist Caucasian people going around here calling people N words and all these Karens. that be messing with these black people and they ain't had no foot and no hands put on them. So you mean to tell me y'all couldn't work with that little old that this grown on 75-year-old, all this stuff these Caucasian people done did and messing with people and they still here to tell it and y'all saying this lady deserved that because she was arguing about her coffee? And they shouldn't have been that close up on that lady talking shit. That's what I believe. I believe they told her to get out and they weren't gonna give her no more remake on her order. I believe they were talking junk after they messed that. I believe I might be wrong, but I believe after they messed that lady order up, they didn't try to de-escalate or give her no resolution. It looked like she pointed her out the door. That's what it looked like. And that wasn't no reason for that lady to swing, but I don't know what they were saying to that lady. I ain't saying she should have swung on that daggone cashier or that manager or whatever, but they shouldn't have been that close up on that old lady anyway. That's just my opinion on it. And this has been My Son Goddess. Please like, subscribe, and share. Let me know what you think. Cause no, I wasn't gonna get her here as upset as I be with some of the old people in my family. I'm not about it. I know y'all thought I was gonna get up here and say that old hell no. Hell no. I ain't gonna get her here and say that she deserved to have feet and hands put on her. No, she shouldn't have swung. No, she shouldn't have swung on that girl, but she shouldn't have been beat to death. No, she shouldn't have swung on that girl. Number one, they shouldn't have been that close up on her, and they should have gave her a remake or gave her. How mad she gonna be if I said, "Listen, ma'am, I'm gonna give you a refund, or I'm gonna give you a remake your order, or whatever." Or whatever do you want? Do you want me to remake it and give you a refund? Come on. If she still want to run up, then I'm going in the back and call 911. Hell, that's what I'm gonna do. I don't know whether she got a pew pew or what. Some of these old people be strapped. Some of these old people be strapped. Her ass should have been. She should have been. She'd be better off. I don't know. She'd be better off. Shit. Yeah, I'm right. I'm just saying. No. It's crazy. Yeah, that's like I said. If that could that if that had been my Sadie Mae, she could have been in the wrong, baby. I'm going in. I don't give a damn. And you ain't even got to look for me. If that had been my grandmother, she could have been in the wrong. I would have rather for you had just called the police and then I come over there, call the police on a restraint. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying you could have slapped it. She could have slapped her or something like that. You know what I'm saying? She punched her, but she snaps because she's a Gen Z. She ain't got, they young. They ain't got no, when they young like that. They ain't got no emotional control. They not taught like we was instilled in us. You respect your elders, respect your elders. She snapped on her. You know what I'm saying? I'd been like, look, I'm sorry that my grandmama did that. What can I pay you or whatever? But beating her like that? Mm. Yeah, she didn't have. I would have slapped. I mean, I probably would have did something and slapped her back. But as far as beating her the hell out of her, nah, that's just me though. Nah, I ain't saying that. The old lady was in the right, but that it went too far. But I don't believe they tried to de-escalate and get that lady no remake or no refund either. Cause it just the body language ain't adding up. The way they ran up, like they like, bitch, get out of here. Bitch, what you think I'm gonna? You don't talk like that to me. If you talking like that to me, you know how they all want to have. They always want to be black and want to be gangster and shit and all this and that. You know what I'm saying? Until you realize like a motherfucker hunting you down because you took their people out. A motherfucker, that motherfucker haunting your ass when you go to sleep at night. You know you was in the wrong and you can't sleep. You can't what if the shit? You can't sleep because you don't took out one of them strong asses, one of them deities. You taking people out. You don't know if they're you don't know what they is in the spiritual realm. That motherfucker haunting your ass. You ain't got no good luck and can't sleep. You got to be careful. You got to be careful. Can you do it? Should you do it? That's what you need to be asking yourself. You don't know who she is in the spiritual realm. And when people pass on to the other realm, they stronger anyway most times. Sometimes. If they really know, who they was in this lifetime, like Brother Bennett be talking about. So you don't know what you got to deal with now that you done took that old lady out. You don't know who she really was. Your ass might be haunted and everything. I'm just saying, everybody, whatever this is, a Memorial Day, Yeah, these holidays that they made or whatever, I don't even really celebrate them. But I'm just saying, it's just a sad situation all the time. Just because you can do something, should you? And when you really take an examination of yourself and your heart, and weighing your heart and your intent, was it right? Did this have to turn out this way? Did it really have to turn out? Are y'all really sure that she deserved to get taken out? Because you know what I'm saying, she wanted a remake on her order, or was this grown up with her? I mean, think about your people, how racist some of y'all people is, and how some of y'all people talk to other cultures and might be out and about and talking junk to people and being nasty, and y'all elderly people and stuff, how they act with people. Think about it. All the stuff your people done got away with being racist and being nasty and stuff like that. Some of y'all relatives is some nasty, racist, just disrespectful old people. You know what I'm saying? Calling people to end, but are they still here? Well, then this lady, he should be still. I ain't saying that. You know what I'm saying? She should be able to go around, but nobody should be that close to her anyway. And she wanted her order, I guess. I mean, I don't think she just went in there to fight, just to fight night or something like that. Y'all make it seem like the old lady just went in there for smoke. I don't think they de-escalated that situation. So it was wrong on my opinion. It was wrong on both sides. This has been my son goddess 777. Y'all have a wonderful moon day. And go within and weigh your heart. Make sure your heart is light as a feather. Stay grounded. Stay safe and stay dangerous and stay aware. And stay protected on all ends, spiritual and physical. Like, subscribe, and share. Support Maya's Temple.